Colin McGuigan, AFL TV, Eddie Hearn, Moses Itauma.
Yeah, as expected. Dillian just didn't look like he wanted to be in there. He's just all the styles all wrong, do you know what I mean? Early on, as we said, the first couple of rounds, just too sharp. Dillian's just too old, you know.
You think Dillian should call it a day now, Edward?
Oh yeah, that was just thank you very much boxing, and that's why I was surprised he took the fight in the first place. But I think, you know, you see he's at the end of his career. But listen, respect to Moses, he's super sharp, but you know,
is this superstardom for Moses Itauma?
It's a long way to go. You got to fight a live, active heavyweight. You know what I mean? Or like these kind of guys, you know. But he's a brilliant talent. You know, excellent skill. But you're not really going to know till you've got someone who's active and live in the corner. But he's a brilliant talent.
If you were the promoter of Moses Itauma, who would you be looking at next?
I don't know. You just got to move up. But sooner or later, you're going to have to fight someone sort of who's active and live. But he's good enough to beat those kind of people anyway. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. He's got a massive future.
Eddie, obviously you had Ray Ford on the card tonight. Just talk to me about his performance.
Good performance. Nova was really good. I mean, you know, he only had 5 weeks notice. You know, he really beat a Shaki Foster, Nova, I thought. So it was a good test for him. Good win, and now he needs a title shot at 130.
Hrgovic beating Adelaide.
Fight, you know, I thought Adelaide could have done more in that fight. You know, the cut was really bad. I was also surprised it didn't get stopped, but you know, it was a good, entertaining heavyweight fight.
Any of your heavyweights you would look at for Hrgovic?
I think they're good fights for him. I mean, you know, Justice Hunting against Hrgovic, I like that fight. You know, even AJ, I think it's
Is that something you believe you can make AJ Hrgovic?
He's that kind of guy, like, you know, but you know, we got to bring some guys through to meet this man, Itauma. Teramawana, you know, particularly, I think him and Moses is going to be a brilliant.
Leo, what time?
Yeah, Leo's 18. You know, he needs 2 or 3
years.
Is 20, but at the end of the day, yeah, but he's also had what, 12 fights. He's, you know, but if they're both going to rule the world, they're going to meet one day. But you know, he's a great talent and brilliant for British boxing that we got such a good young heavyweight world-class prospect.
Any further on AJ Jigpaw?
No.
Any conversations at all with Turkey about that?
Not since I spoke to you yesterday, no.
Edward, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
Ask you, thank you, Derek. Let me just ask you.
Fuck off.
This was originally your interview, so we'll come back to you. Yeah, stunning win for Itauma.
Stunning win. Explosive display. We said it was going to either be a quick fight in the first 3 rounds, a lot quicker than everyone expected. But if it went past 3 or 4 rounds, it would have been a more challenging fight. You know? But he showed what he can do in the ring tonight. Great display.
Let's talk about you. What's going on? 30 days, 90 days? What's going on? Usyk, what's going on?
I think Usyk wants more time. He said he's got an injury. And I guess if he wants more time, maybe it's more time to spend with his family and relax, and he deserves it. But when he's ready, we should make a deal happen. I'd love to fight him and you know, challenge for all the belts. It'd be awesome.
Do you think he'll vacate?
I think he's just buying more time and looking at the options he has. And if he does vacate, then I'll be.
Is Dubois an option if he vacates? Who's Dubois?
Dubois pulled out of the first fight. You know, he sort of robbed me of my world title opportunity. It could be a fight down the line. Who knows?
All right. And then for Dillian Whyte there, I mean, like I said, it wasn't his night, but what he decides to do after this, but he can still be in big fights anyway, couldn't he?
He can still be in big fights, but it's going to be a tough and rough one to come back from. You know, and like Derek did say, you know, the OGs, you sort of stick together, and it's quite tough seeing him go out like that, but this is the boxing business we're in.
Joseph Parker, much appreciate your time, and when you've got news, let us know. Thank you. Kuhn Cassis, IFL TV with Ben Davidson. What a stunning win for Moses Itauma tonight.
Yeah, fantastic event, fantastic opportunity. Really grateful to Dillian Whyte for the opportunity. British boxing legend. So yeah, really pleased.
We spoke about this before in the week, and let's not kind of cut over the fact that Dillian Whyte has been in with everyone.
100%.
And this was a gamble from your side, from the stepping class between, say, a Dempsey McKean to someone like a Dillian Whyte, and that was a gamble. You took the gamble and it's paid off, but you shouldn't start saying, "Oh, Whyte was whatever" now, because we didn't know what was going to happen tonight.
No, I think it's extremely disrespectful to have that approach. Like I say, nothing but respect with Dillian. Really appreciate him giving us the opportunity. and yeah, I think Moses deserves all the credit that he should be getting.
Did you expect it to come that early?
No, I didn't. Being honest, I know that he's always capable. He's a very, very difficult heavyweight to be in there with. Very difficult to defend against. He hits hard enough where he's hitting you with shots that you don't see, and hits hard enough to put you away with those. So I know that he can come at any moment, but yeah, he saw the opportunity, picked up on something that he'd worked on. Big shout out to Lee Wiley as well. Puts a lot of time in, a lot of effort in, and fantastic in putting together a scouting report and picking up on Dillian's tendencies for us to go away and put together some drills and rep that with Moses, and yeah, it all paid off. Everyone's work paid off.
Ben, I'm sure you would have seen that Ring Magazine have put out a tweet tonight or an Instagram post saying that they've been informed that Turkey wants to see Usyk and Moses next. What do you think about that?
Let's see. He's just had a big fight. I think,
is he ready for that in your opinion? Just your opinion. Is he ready for?
I think it's one of them fights where it's a win-win. The experience he'd gained from it, the opportunity to really, if Usyk was to box Dillian Whyte, people wouldn't say it would be a one-round job before tonight had happened. And I think, what he'd learned from it, the opportunity, and as much as Moses hasn't been in there with somebody like Usyk hasn't been in there with someone like Moses either.
Just the last one for me. If it isn't Alexander Usyk, is this opponents you're going to be picking at? Is this going to be the calibre of what you've just been in the ring with?
Yes, we've got a few opponents in mind. Not going to mention names because Frank gets upset because I think their price goes up, but we'll see. Right,
Ben Davidson, thank you very much for your time.
Nice one.
Thank you. My new belts. Yeah. Kuhn Cassius, IFL TV, here with a very jubilant looking Francis Warren. How are you, first of all?
I'm very well. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very excited. And very, very grateful to be part of this fantastic journey. And I ain't being cheesy and I'm not being in a cliche. This is fucking great. It's brilliant.
Did you expect it to go as early as it did?
I knew he was capable of doing that. You don't expect anything, do you? You don't take anything for granted, but I know he's capable of doing that. And he kept going on about game plan all week, and he executed it, and that's the end result. He's capable. The capability to retain, to rinse, repeat, retain information, and execute. It's just makes it that's the difference between good and great.
The level of difference in opponent from, say, a Dempsey McKean to a Dillian Whyte was quite huge, wasn't it? And it was a gamble from your side to take this fight, even though people were saying that Moses was going to X, Y, Z. It was a gamble.
Well, you think, right? When Dillian was scheduled to fight AJ, people were picking Dillian to beat AJ, like that. Whatever happened after that happened, but that weren't that long ago, was it? In the second one, so. The fact that he was such an overwhelming favourite, people got short memories, didn't they? Because Dillian was doesn't all of a sudden turn into not a good fighter and turn into. Dillian's a bad man. He just got come up against something exceptional tonight.
2 seconds, Mose.
I've done a lot of interviews this week.
2 seconds. Just the reaction to the win, that's all. Sorry.
What's happening?
Just the reaction to a stunning win for you tonight.
When everybody thought I was going to do it, so where's the joy for me?
I'll just ask you one more question. You know what I'm going to ask you. Turkey's put out that he wants to see you fight Alexander Usyk next. Reaction to that?
I want to do it as well, but it's not in my hands, is it?
Would you fight him?
Of course.
Yeah.
Man.
Appreciate your time. Thank you. Francis, Alexander Usyk. This lean. But look, Turkey's put that out tonight. I mean, we'd all love to see it. Is he ready to fight Usyk?
I mean, fuck you. Why not? Why not? Because he could spend the next year fighting guys that might give him rounds or might, broaden his experience or whatever, and he might dispatch them all in a round, and we're in the same position we are now. So if we think if we all know how good he is, we know how great he can be. Just depends if he wants to step on the gas now or dispatch a few more people. Because it's not even about. There's no point talking about names because no one really thinks he's going to do that to Dillian tonight. That was supposed to give us a bit more of a gauge as where he was at. It has given us more confidence. Well, given me more confidence. I'm speaking about myself. Given me more confidence in the fact that he can step up and mix it with Joe and Adjit and all those guys. But then Joe and Adjit want to fight Usyk and they're ready for that. So
there's a little merry-go-round.
Is he in the mix? Yeah, he's in the mix now.
Yeah.
I think that's the best phrase to use at the moment for where he is professionally and where he is in his career. He's in the mix, and I think he'll take any of those top. My dad just said top 10. I think top 5.
Right, Francis Warren, thank you very much for your time. I'll let you get back to the rest of your team.
This week, it's been a long old week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And yours as well.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Frank. I'm going to give it.
This is Colin McGuigan for AFL TV with a delighted man tonight, but a not so delighted man tomorrow, Frank.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Do you know? No, you're keeping me because I'm dying to see him on the Monday.
Frank, Moses Itauma.
Sweep my office up.
Yeah, let's deal.
Yeah, right. Okay. Don't forget.
You come sweep mine up.
What, you got an office?
Yeah, a little
You
office.
haven't got an office. That phone. I'm not going to that phone box. You kipping.
Frank, Moses Itauma. Moses Itauma. Just
He was sensational. I didn't expect that. I mean, very short and sweet. And I watched it back on the DAZN monitor when we were doing the interviews, and I mean, he was punch perfect. All the punches he threw, they all connected from great body shots. I mean, he's a bit of a phenomenon. And you don't want to load a load of weight on someone's shoulders. And obviously, we're all guilty of hyping fighters, but he delivers. I mean, nobody's ever done that to Dillian. Nobody. And you've seen him in with good quality fighters where he's given them tough fights. He's won fights. He's only been beaten, I think, I think it's world champions. And I mean, even the fight he gave out Usyk. I mean, you look at that. Look what he did with him. And he's a 20-year-old kid, and he's 12 fight novice.
it's hard to comprehend. He's 20. Were you a little bit worried going into this because of that jump up in opponent?
Well, it was a jump up. I wasn't worried because we made the fight and we believe in him. But having said that, what did take me a little bit by surprise was the condition that he came in as. I mean, when he took his shirt off tonight, he looked ripped, didn't he? And he was up for it, and he kept him hanging around. He delayed that ring walk and whatever. So, but he kept his composure, and I keep using that word with him because that is what it's about with him. He's got a great mindset, and for a fighter, I mean, he the way he shapes up, the shots he throws, the way he goes about his business. He ain't 20 years old. He's like some veteran fighter, and I just love watching him. I think he's an exciting fighter, and I think at this stage, 20 years of age, this stage of his career, he's probably the best I've been involved with at this stage of his game.
It's a compliment in itself. Turkey has tweeted, well, the Ring magazine have tweeted to say that Turkey wants him to face Alexander Usyk next.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do, we're not rushing into anything yet, and I appreciate that, and it'll be a great fight. And we'll see what happens. We've got to have a talk. Obviously, that would be a fabulous fight.
Be truthful with me, though.
Sorry?
Be truthful with me. Would you put Moses in next with Alexander Usyk if it was right?
Truthful, I'm not making any decisions about anything tonight. I've got to talk. You've got to talk to the team, talk to the boys. We're not jumping it. It's not a pissing contest. What we do, it will be measured, and we'll consider how we do it and what we're going to do. And obviously, I'm really delighted. I work very closely. We're partners with His Excellency and Riyadh season, and we love doing all this. And between us, we'll come up with a solution.
A few people wrote online that maybe Dillian Whyte didn't look himself walk into the ring, some sort of food injury. Any?
What do you want? I mean, I don't even want to go there. Walk into the ring, he didn't look himself. What did he look like?
That's what Sam Jones wrote on Twitter.
Oh, Sam said that. I don't even want to go there with that. I mean, Sam, go and buy yourself a pair of pins, mate. Get down the opticians. Specsavers doing 2 for 1. I mean, didn't look himself. What are you going to do? Walk from here to there. What did he look like then? He didn't look worried when he got in the ring to me, did he, you? Seriously?
Frank, how special is Moses Itauma, though? I know you say like the best you've ever worked with. You've worked with Mike Tyson. Is he on that same level?
Mike Tyson was a phenomenal young fighter. Had a lot of fighters. I think one year, I'm not sure, was it like 15 or whatever it was? You know, he had a load of fights. Moses not had that many fights, but the opposition he's been in with in his last few fights, I think it's better opposition than Mike had in that stage of his career. You know what I mean? In his 12th or 9th or 8th. And that's the only comparison you can make. Mike Tyson was when he was a good fighter, was a great fighter. When he trained and looked up, was a great fighter. This young man, I mean, he's unbelievable. And the difference is his feet are on the floor. He's a professional. He doesn't, he's not interested in being Jack the Lad. I hope he's never being out boozing and pissing around. He's focused on being what he wants to be, which is one of the great heavyweights of all time.
David Adelaide, Filip Hrgović, that 8th round, how unbelievable was that?
It was a great round. Exciting round. It was a 10-8 round, and he came back and turned it into a 10-9 round for Hrgović. He caught him and cut him very early on, and I was a bit disappointed he didn't capitalise on it. He stopped throwing his jab. There was moments in the fight he wasn't letting his shots go, and he let And I don't want to take nothing away from Philip either, because he threw a tremendous amount of punches. He went out there and done what you got to do. He went out there and won the fight. And David, I felt just I think he'll watch back at that and he'll kick himself.
Is Hrgović maybe a natural opponent next for Itauma, maybe?
Anybody who's in that top 10 is. And they're in the top 10.
And with David Adelaide, like him come back again, maybe someone like Johnny Fisher?
He's got to come back. He's got to come back and make a statement, hasn't he? And he needs to do it. And as I say, he had a real good opportunity tonight to make a statement.
Nick Bolt?
I thought Nick boxed extremely well against a very, very good, competitive opponent, undefeated opponent, who came to fight. And there were moments in the fight that he was giving Nick a fight. But at the end of the day, I generally felt that Nick pulled away and done what he always does, which is finds a way and comes through and does the business. And Nick's fought again. He fights at the highest level. All his opponents are either undefeated or world champion. I mean, he's not getting any gimmies, that's for sure.
Do you look at the winner of Inoue Akhmadaliev, maybe?
I'd love to do that. I was saying in the earlier interview, I'm going to stop all this nonsense and I'm guilty as anybody of talking about the next fight before that fight's happening. It takes, the eye goes, take your eye off the ball. Focus on the fight that you got in front of you.
Last one for me. Ray Ford won tonight. Anthony Kakachi went online and said he looked terrible. He wants to fight. Is that a fight you want to make next?
I agree with all that. I'd love that fight. That's what we signed up for in the first place. Let's do it.
Well, Frank, appreciate your time, and nice evening tonight. Not so
it will
nice
be,
tomorrow.
Mate. And you just, go tomorrow, get them Kleenex out from under your bed, and you can use them when you're crying.
Right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.